Hello everyone and welcome back to BattleBox Bat Rep, where we are back with Fallout Factions, and we have the first of the, I keep wanting to say new, the core rulebook factions after going through all of the Nuka World ones, which means I need to start using new words for everything because as far as I can tell, handmade rifles and piped rifles, they may not be exactly the same, but they're pretty close. But yeah, the Nuka World Raiders use handmade weapons. The Raiders and other factions from, I guess just, I think I can only say they're the capital Wasteland, but the core rulebook factions are Raiders, Settlers, the Brotherhood of Steel, and Super Mutants, groups who have literally been in every single game, so that is a very good core selection. Still, I'm going to do the operators first because I can do them in my sleep. We have got the boss with his combat rifle, a made man with a missile launcher, a made man with a syringer. We have got our scaver with the marksman's handmade rifle. We have the two scavers with regular handmade rifles, the psycho with a combat shotgun, and the two wasters with 10mm pistols and melee weapons. I did not have to check my list at all. The Raiders. Okay, now, first up, just my little bit of due diligence here, because I like to. Firstly, the whole point of this was always that they're meant to be like the battle box. Slightly changed that for this because the battle box comes with 2 power armored characters and 6 non-power armored characters, which is nowhere near the 250 caps you need to actually make a team. Like they both have 9 models, but these guys have 3 power armor guys, and these guys have 2 wasters. These are all fairly seasoned soldiers. So yeah. This is the boss from the resin core box. I have a lot of Raider models. So I try to stay as close to the plastic box as possible, but in future, if you see anything with like sculpted bases like that, that is because they're resin models. I've done it for these. I've done it for the Raiders. I've done it for the Brotherhood, and at time of recording, the Super Mutant plastic box hasn't even been announced, but I have the full Super Mutant team just out of resin models that I already have, so I'm going to be using that. But still, let's do this. We have the boss. The boss has she's in power armor. She's got an assault rifle, and I've given her the fast mod to represent the fact that she has 2 assault rifles. So technically, she doesn't have a fast assault rifle. She just has 2. She can fire both of them once. Power armor. Okay, let's see if I can get this one off from memory. It gives them an additional point of harm, so they can go up to harm 4 before they start taking injury, but that also means more dice against them. It gives them immunity to radiation, and it gives them something else. I'm trying so hard to memorize this shit. I will get the book. That's weapon traits, perks. I do kind of appreciate the perks and all that kind of stuff in the back, which is quite cool. Okay, so yes, the model cannot suffer fatigue. So it can it takes fatigue from performing actions, but anything like suppress, basically, can't be suppressed or anything like that, which is, I think, pretty cool. But still, yeah. Got a butcher with a missile launcher, a butcher with a flamer. Again, champions, power armored, very scary. Can't be given fatigue. Everything else. Now, immunity to radiation might come up. I think it comes up if you roll poorly with search tokens. And Raiders have a few things which actually interact with search tokens even outside of missions. Like they can get chems out of them, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, might do that. Specifically, though, it's the butchers who can get chems from them, more chems from search piles. And the butchers are the ones I want on the front line actually killing people. So we'll see. Still, we also have 2 scavers with pipe rifles. They are just... Actually, you know, I have the stats right here. 90% certain pipe rifles and handmade rifles are identical. Oh, pipe rifles have a slightly longer range. Have a lower base stat but have aim. Okay, so they're apart from that they are identical. Well, apart from the fact that they don't have a single stat in common, they are identical. They're slightly longer range, but they need to stay stationary to get the full dice. Okay, fair enough. We also got a scaver with an automatic pipe rifle. I'm going to say here and seriously say you could tell by the magazine and not by the fact that he's got green hair. Got a psycho with a Molotov cocktail and a baseball bat. We have a psycho with a pipe revolver and hand weapon, and that is a scaver, sorry, with a sawn-off shotgun in the front. I keep thinking he's a psycho. He's not. He's a scaver. He just needs to get in close. So yes, scaver with a shotgun. These 2 are the psychos. Again, you can tell they're psychos because they have gas masks, which I actually think might be a theme that the all the resin models have as well. But yeah, the Wasteland Raiders are a weird one. They're more balanced than any of the Nuka World factions. They are also like there's only 9 of them, but they have 3 power armored soldiers. So I'm very, very interested to see where any of this leads, because I love power armor and Fallout. I think it's so cool, and I think these guys look so cool. So hell yes, let's get them on the table so they can murder each other. And here is the battlefield. The mission we are playing today is Scavenge, where both sides start off of the table and the first person gets to pick which board edge they're coming in from. You've got to grab there's 5 objectives. There's one behind the car over there, one over there, one up there, and one underneath the billboard here. And you can grab them if you start a get moving action in touch it within 1 inch of one. You can move it, take it with you, so you can just basically like grab and run. But yeah, it's going to be a fairly open field. I think both sides are fairly long range, so it'll be fun. And yes, first person gets to pick which board edge they get, and they move 1 person on. If there is anyone left off the field, they have to move, be activated and moved on. So that'll be fun. I can't wait for the sacrificial waster to get chucked in on him for the operators. Yes. Also fun. I have new Wasteland Raider dice for these guys. I really... Normally I don't. Normally I stick with the same dice for everything. But I really like the custom dice for Fallout factions. So, let's roll off, see who gets to go first. The operators are chucking in their poor waster first. Excellent. The opening moves have been made. The operators have chosen that edge, and the Raiders have chosen this edge. There is nothing to say that they have to be opposite edges. I did consider having the Raiders coming on from this edge, but here we are. Moved up with the autumn. So she's run into the middle, get moving. She's gone all the way into the middle. If she can hold it, she is going to take that objective and keep it, which will be awesome for them. This guy has turned up with his automatic pipe rifle and is going to try and shoot her. He gets 4 dice. He's perception of 4, so he needs 4s to hit. 2 hits, both crit. Crit, so you can reroll both of them. Yeah, that is 3 hits. She is endurance 3. She just dies instantly. Not phenomenal if you're a the operator, but I guess that's why she's the sacrificial waster. But now it is their attempt to respond. In response, the operators have moved one of their dudes up here. He is going to fire a single shot with his handmade rifle down into this dude. It's the only person he can shoot at. Also needs 4s to hit. That is 2 hits. It won't do anything. Yeah, won't do anything. It's going to be a point of harm, which is, I guess, better than nothing, but still. The interesting thing about this one is because everyone starts off the field, you can't do group actions on turn 1. Like, you can move in and like set up a group action, but it means everyone else can react to it. It's actually quite an interesting little match, this one. I quite like it. And now the Wasteland Raiders get a turn. And first of the pipe rifle scabbers runs up. You're going to take a shot at the only available person. So, not a single one. Not a single hit. Nothing at all. And he is now right out in the open for someone to take advantage of him. Who would possibly do such a thing? The scabber with the marksman handmade rifle is running up, and she's going to take a position and take a shot at this dude. She also needs 4s to hit. She's not very accurate this turn, but she's in a pretty good position to cover the entire centre of the field. Especially if she hits 3 times, 1 more 4, and she just kills him instantly. Yeah, he just immediately wipes the dude. Oh, this is actually a really, really violent game. I'm really liking this one. Cool. Yeah, the Raiders get to respond. And yeah, I'm going to try another pipe rifle, shooting into her. This is going to be an open shot, so he gets the extra, gets up to 4 dice. So, oh, that is 2 hits. That's still 2 hits. That's going to be a point of harm, nothing else at the moment. He normally will be able to suppress her, but she's already activated. She doesn't have any more suppression. And now more models are actually starting to stay on the field and survive. Isn't that fun, kids? Run up another sacrificial waster. Honestly, just got to get rid of her just to finish and do anything else. So these two are more or less safe. I've decided to set up a psycho with the pipe with the pipe revolver to try shooting her. It's not a great chance, but it does have pierce, which is really, really good. So if I can get a crit and 1 success, that'll be her dead, basically. That is a crit and 2 successes. So yes, that's her dead as well. Unfortunately, sacrificial wasters do tend towards being sacrificed, which is not fun for them, but who cares about them, really? Remembering that flanks exist, this scabber has moved up there with a handmade rifle, and she's going to fire into this scabber down here. She is going to get 4 shots to hit, needing 4 to hit. She's going to hit once, but it's not using luck. That's a point of harm. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So unfortunately, not luck, but then you can't suppress them anyway. So yeah, both sides now have 3 models on the field. Ugh, this is not quite as, I don't know, actually it is kind of as violent, as bloody as I thought it was going to be. So cool. Keep it up. Over here, the scavell with the sawn-off shotgun has run up to grab this objective and hide behind the dumpster. But the scavell has run down here and is going to take a shot well within storm range, and is in the open, so there's a lot of dice. 2 hits so far. That doesn't matter what I roll there. So that is 1 harm, and I believe the combat shot. Yes, the combat shotgun has maim, so that is 2 harm, but he's still alive. So not fantastic, if I'm being entirely honest. Yeah, I'd kind of hope that a shotgun at that range would have killed him, but here we are. The first of the champions has moved on. The made man has come up here, so you can shoot through the window into this dude here. He is on 1 harm, so he gets 3 whole dice, hitting on 6s. Okay, I prepared the poison dice, but doesn't need it. Immediately does 4 endurance worth of damage. Both of the pipe rifle guys are just dead. Ow. Still, it's time to respond with the first power armored model of the game. Now, we have our first power armored model of the field. It is a dude with a rocket launcher. And now, Raiders play a slightly different game with their rocket launchers to the operators, mainly because he's got power armor, so he's got much higher. Well, I say much higher strength. It's 5 rather than 4. He can shoot fit to actually injure people rather than to just trying to fish for the maim. And he's going to fire in the middle of these two, so he can hit that dude and that dude. He's going to get 5 shots, 5 dice hitting on 5s. Now there's going to be that's 3 hits automatically. One of them is the luck one, so he's got a maim. If he can get 1 roll of 5 or less, he is going to instantly vaporize the scaver. He instantly vaporizes the scaver, and yeah, the made man is also endurance 4, so that is a wound and a 2 harm on her, and he's dead. Yeah, the rocket launcher plays a very, very different game with just being in power armor. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Yeah, the made man with the rocket launcher is going to come up. Their missile launch, like, you know what? I'm going to say this now, because I don't think I've ever said this on camera before. This comes from an old piece of lore when I was a kid going to Games Workshop every week, that we only ever called them rocket launchers, not missile launchers, because the word missile had the word miss in it. That is a true piece of lore, and it's why to this day, 20 odd years later, 25 years later, I still refer to them as rocket launchers, not missile launchers. So yeah, that's fun. It's going to be a very different experience. He's only strength 4 and he's endurance 5. So yeah, he got the maim off. He's not going to get anything else. So yeah. He goes to 2 harm. He gets 3 harm. But yeah, the operator missile launcher, did it right, and the Raider missile launcher are playing 2 very, very different games right now. The boss has run in over here, ready to take cover and again cover the center of the board. But it's going to take a shot at the butcher with the missile launcher. Oh, sorry, on the Raiders' turn, the other butcher with the flamer has run in here just to grab that flank. Yeah, he's moved in, he's got a shot, he's going to take it at the butcher. 6 dice. He needs 6s to hit, so it's actually not that great. Oh my god. Does not matter. However, combat rifle also has maim, and we're going to see something for the first time this entire campaign. The 3 harm token has a 4 on the back of it. So yeah, from now on, bonus 4 dice to take him out, and he is out of harm. So even having 2 wounds, probably not actually going to help him. Speaking of not going to help anyone, the Raider boss arrives. The boss has moved up, and she is going to take a shot into the missile launcher guy. Only one side could have a missile launcher, and it's going to be the Raider. They're all Raiders. I feel very weird calling one side of the Raiders, but still, perception 5, she needs 5s to hit. That's 2 hits, but oh no, the grey of the lot. Sorry, so that's 2 hits and 2 bonuses. That is 3. That is unfortunately not enough to get through his endurance, but that is enough to give him a main token, so he's up to 2 harm just in general. And that is the end of a incredibly violent turn 1, where the Raiders have lost 2 Scavers, and the operators have lost 2 Wasters and a Scaver, so it's probably about even. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea. This is quite nasty. I'm here for it. Hell yeah, turn 2. The operators are starting strong this turn. The made man with syringer is being backed up by the Scaver with the handmade rifle, and is going to shoot the dude with the missile launcher. Actually, I'm immediately changing my mind here. No. The missile launcher can cause a lot of damage. I keep on thinking, if I take out the boss, but no. Look at that pile. 2 normally, 2 from aiming, 1 from the backup, and 4 from the harm. That is, yeah, that's 9. 10 is the maximum dice pool you can have. So, yeah. She is perception 6. So, there's all but 2 hits, which he immediately gets to reroll because of the 2 luck ones. Okay, that is 8 successes. He is harmed, endurance 5. So that is 1 harm and 1 wound. He is killed. He takes 2 wounds. So he is in fact dead. I don't need to roll the poison roll. They've taken out the missile launcher, which is honestly probably for the best. The smartest thing I feel that Scaver that was over there could do is grab the objective because he was within 1 inch and run off with it. So yeah, he's run over here, and in response, the boss has called a move action, which has dragged in the Scaver. I've ran her around there for next turn, and the Psycho has run down here as well. He's out of line of sight of anyone, but he can do something next turn. And he's got a combat rifle into the boss. It's not going to do much damage, but if I get a maim, it will be 2 points of harm, which is really probably very useful right now. So that is 3 hits with 2 points of luck. She's endurance 6, so I can't beat it, but still, that is a pretty valiant effort. The important part is it's maim. That is 2 points of harm into her, which is really good. Unfortunately, it also means all the operators on that flank are now completely done, and the Raiders have used 1 model. So I think there may be a bit of an action economy thing going on here, but we'll see if it matters. Speaking of action economy, the boss is going to stay where she is, and she's going to fire twice. She's going to start by shooting into the missile launcher made man. She gets 6 dice hitting on 5s. That is, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, crap. She's actually lock 3, but you know what? I'm actually going to let her keep that roll. Yeah, because 5 successes is 1 wound and 1 harm, which puts him, oh good lord, up to, yeah, 3 harm and 1 wound. She's then immediately going to shoot him again, this time with the correct 7 dice. She just needs to get 1 hit to kill him. Which she does absolutely without having checked. That is so many 1s and so many 0. Still, that's enough. Yeah, she has just blown the missile launcher guy's head off. But you know, I now see why they removed fast from so many guns. For the record, she was going to do that anyway. If she killed him, she was going to go for the marksman next, but she didn't. So here we are. The scaver with the marksman's rifle is going to shoot the boss. She gets so many dice because of the aim, and she's forced to hit, so that is not a single lot. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that is not even enough to actually wound her. That is special. That's on 3 harm. And now the Raiders have completely free reign to do whatever the hell they want. So that's really, really nasty if you're not a Raider. Yeah, the Psycho here is going to move up and going to shoot the scaver with their pipe revolver. Pipe revolver, as we all know, is one of the best games in the early Fallout. Fallout 4 anyway. Gets 2 hits. Oh, that is a thing. Okay, so that's 3. Yeah, a pipe revolver. Pipe revolver has pierce, which puts her down to endurance 3, so she is just dead. I was kind of hoping for a wound, so like these 2 could finish her off, but I guess that's not going to happen now, because yeah, she's gone. Over here, the butcher has done a full get moving action and has moved, ordered the Psycho to grab that objective, so she can just start running back with it. Over here, this scaver has run up. He's just got into storm range of the boss. Why would I not? 5 dice in, hitting on 4s. The endurance 5, so I'm not expecting miracles, but yeah, that's only 2 hits. Yeah, that is a single point of harm because the suppress doesn't do anything. But still, yeah, honestly, it doesn't feel great for the operators right now. The Wasters are Wasteland Raiders are kind of kicking the crap out of them at this point. It's honestly quite scary. I'm going to go into turn 3. Like, something impressive could happen, but it's going to have to be goddamn spectacular to do anything actually worthwhile. And I'm not convinced it will. Starting with a minor futile gesture, the the main man with the syringe is going to attempt to shoot this scaver right here. Well, that is enough hits to instantly just vaporize him. So, I mean, she has been incredibly competent this entire game. The only problem is, I don't think that's going to help in the long run. Yeah, like, there is a very real part of it that's just like, I could just kill her now. Like the flamer guy can just walk up round the corner and shoot her in the computer, and there's not much he can do about it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, just yeah, basically. I'm not 100% sure what the Raiders are going to do now, but they do control basically 2/3 of the board. So whatever they want, probably. Yeah, I'm going to set the boss on fire. He's moving up. Flamer can hit both of them. It's going to be nasty. Needs 5s to hit. Yeah, that's 3 hits with a crit. So that is 4 hits in total. So it doesn't actually matter. The Scaver is just dead. The boss is endurance 5, so ignite does actually matter here. Also agility 5. For each roll of 6 or more, he takes 1 more damage. If he fails one of these, he takes a harm and a wound. That is exactly 1. Yeah, he takes a harm and a wound, which is, again, I know I've said it before, but it happens to be true. It's really, really bad. Oh no. Yeah, that boss is kind of hanging on now. Oof. The boss is going to take a Hail Mary shot and is going to just fire at the boss, just trying to prove the Gold Queen can bleed before he takes the absolute loss here. It's 6s to hit, so that was a 6. It hit is the important part. 2 extra dice. That is 1, 2, that's 3, that's 6. That is enough to cause a point of harm and a wound. But it is nowhere near enough. Yeah, I'm gonna let this run, but I am calling this at the end of the thing because just Jesus Christ. Yeah, this has been real nasty. Yeah, the Scaver has dropped his gun. He's going to run over there with his sawn-off shotgun, battle of the shotguns, and sawn-off gets to shoot first. So yeah, that is a lot. It's actually not that much. Actually, it is not that much. So 2 extra dice. Both of these need to hit to kill him. They do not. Sawn-off shotgun does have maim, so that's going to be 2 points of harm. But does mean he can shoot back, but I kind of don't want him to. I have a plan for this guy. It's not a smart plan, but it is a plan. And I'm going to continue to execute it. I think I could run into storm range of her and take that shot. No, he can't. But he can still get within 10 inches of her. He's going to take the shot. Right, that is 8 dice hitting on 4s. If he can get 6 successes, he will at least kill her before everyone else just murders them. That is pretty good. That is, however, not enough. That is only 3 successes after all that. So yes, he takes a wound, but nothing else. So yeah, she can now return for. That took me a distressingly long time to find the 2. Yeah, she can now return fire. Now, she is in storm range of this guy, so she's going to take the shot. And that is... she needs 5s to hit. That is 4 hits before the additional luck rolls, which I'm going to do because it's funny to me. Yeah, he's dead. Which also means she has an extra shot with... because she's fast, she can now stay where she is, take a shot at the boss, which is Not quite as good a shot. She doesn't have Storm. She does, however, have 2 points of harm for 6 dice still, hitting on 5s. Yeah, he's endurance 5, so this is not outside of the realms of possibility to finish him off. Unless I roll like that, that's 2. I cannot get. I will roll them anyway. Yeah, that was dreadful. Still, it's enough to wing him and get him up to 3 harm and 1 wound. Basically, a single scratch will take him out, which means I was going to fire at her, but he's in range, sod it. So, yeah, that's 4 dice. Can't aim with her. It's going to be 4s to hit. Basically, if I get a no, I need to get the 5 successes to actually kill. Oh no, I don't know pierce. If I can get all 4, that will be a kill. That is 2. Okay, no, I can't do it, but still, yeah. That is another wound though. He's down. He's so injured. He's so injured. And the last person left to go is the psycho over here with the Molotov, who is just going to leg it back to try and grab these objectives as well. I would say let's go for next turn, but like, I don't know. It feels like it might be closer than I thought it was, but yeah. Even with ploys, I don't think it would help. So the Raiders can't use any of their ploys because they don't have any chems. I didn't quite realize both of them required chems. I should have at least grabbed one from one of them just for the hell of it. But yes, yeah, the Raiders have absolutely just demolished the operators here, and it is time for a debrief where I will say just that. My first thought was, in all seriousness, that maybe it was because the Raiders were shootier than the Operators, but the Operators are the premier shooting team, so having it wide open should have helped them. I may have committed a bit too much to the sacrificial waster role at the start. Probably not the best idea I've ever had, but I do feel if it had worked, I could have grabbed the central objective early, and it's something I think I would probably try in, like, regular, if I playing against like other people. I didn't claim to be a tactical genius. If you joined for that, hi, like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, no, it was wild. I love seeing power armor on the table, and I'm actually kind of interested now to see how the other rulebook factions fare. Like, I'm now, like I say, I'm kind of excited just to see if, interested to see if the rulebook factions are slightly better than the Nuka World ones or not. It may have just been a bad matchup. It might just be that, as I said during the game, missile launcher versus missile launcher, the Raiders win. The bonus point of strength is just so much better. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's more power armor to come in following weeks. And just, yeah. I love it. I love this game so much. It's really, really good. And it's always a ton of fun seeing just Raider on Raider violence. It's a beautiful thing to watch. But yeah, I'll say Next up, it's going to be the Raiders versus the Pack. And again, it's an interesting one because, like, the Raiders, as I said, the Raiders feel the most balanced of all the other factions, the Raider factions. Because the Raiders can out melee the operators and probably outshoot the Pack while not being dreadful if they close in. Part of me wants to engineer the game so the Alpha can charge the boss just to see a Deathclaw gauntlet hitting someone with power armor. But apart from that, yeah, it's going to be a wild one, and I'm very, very excited for it. And you know what? I hope you are too. If you are, remember to subscribe, do all of the cool algorithm stuff. I swear to God, I'm trying anymore, but you know, meh. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great night. Bye.